The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Disney Cruise Line.
In 1 month, high seas adventure will take on a new meaning as Disney Cruise Line welcomes the first guests aboard the brand new Disney Treasure. But we're in luck today because we're getting the first look on board the ship. Claire Weiss is one of the Disney Imagineers on the design team, and she's joining us live from the ship's Grand Hall with more. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so happy to share this ship with you today.
The view is beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit about where you are and what we're seeing?
Absolutely. So like you mentioned, we're here in the Grand Hall of the Disney Treasure. This is really the heart of the ship. And the ship's personality is that of adventure. So we're telling stories and bringing experiences to life that are all about going on adventures. And so this space, the Grand Hall, is sort of the penultimate example of that. This space is actually inspired by the beautiful, fantastical world of Aladdin. So this is really drawing from inspiration from Agrabah. You can see the incredible details behind me. This is truly our enchanted palace at sea.
The Disney Treasure has a unique connection to some iconic theme park attractions on board. Can you share more about what we can expect to see on the ship?
Yes, so that's actually one of my favorite parts about the Disney Treasure. This incredible team has brought to life stories that are inspired by so many of our iconic classic park attractions. I'm going to share a couple of my favorites. There are so many, but two of my favorite examples are, for the first one, is our Skipper Society, which is inspired by the classic Disney attraction, the Jungle Cruise. So, you know, core Disney fans are going to know this attraction is really great. You step aboard a Jungle Cruise riverboat and you voyage deep into the waterways of the Nile. Here you can actually do that aboard our ship. You can voyage into this incredible jungle outpost, sit under an incredible canopy of forest foliage, have a great cocktail, and really be in this environment and really see what it'd be like to be a skipper yourself. But I gotta say, my favorite experience on this ship is our Haunted Mansion parlor. It is incredible. So again, for Disney Parks fans, those that know the Haunted Mansion, imagine getting to go into that story and actually living in that world for 30 minutes, an hour, actually as long as you like, because we're inviting you to step inside the story and be immersed in the grinning ghosts and the ghoulish delights. And, you know, you may see hitchhiking ghosts. You may see Madame Leota. Again, incredible craft cocktails, all tied to the story. And it's honestly, it's mind-blowing. You've got to see it to believe it.
Dark and spooky and beautiful. People often think a Disney cruise, it's just about families or kids, but I hear that there's something for everyone. What are some of the exciting spaces for adults on board?
You're so right. On a Disney Cruise Line ship, there's really something for everybody. So we always design with families in mind. We have incredible dining, you know, tied for the whole family to enjoy. And we have incredible live theater shows, Broadway style shows in our Walt Disney Theater. But, you know, for adults only, we want to be able to give our adult guests a taste of Disney, but in a really lovely, elevated way. So actually, one of my favorite spots on this ship is our premium dining location. This is a whole district on the ship that features two signature restaurants, our Palo Steakhouse and our Enchanté restaurant. And they're sort of around this incredible bar called the Rose. So for those that know the film and the story Beauty and the Beast, the Rose is this enchanted object, of course, very meaningful in the story. And this entry bar is themed to this enchanted rose. So that's a great example of something that is really, really rich in Disney storytelling, but specific for adults.
I'm so curious what it was like for you as an Imagineer to design spaces on the Disney Treasure. You've mentioned some of your favorites, and I don't want to make you pick one, but I'm making you pick one.
I always joke that like picking my favorite thing about this job is actually the hardest part of the job. One of my favorite spaces on this ship is actually Plaza de Coco. So this is a beautiful restaurant for everybody. It's designed for families, and you get to step into the world of Santa Cecilia. So it's inspired by real places in Mexico. and you're here to celebrate Dia de los Muertos, which is a really important celebration in the story world of Coco and also, of course, in Mexican culture. And here you're actually stepping into this story. You're meeting Miguel, you're meeting his family. They've come back from the land of the dead to celebrate with you. There's real live mariachi music, incredible food, Mexican-inspired cuisine, and it's just a really lovely story, a beautiful environment, and it really brings the story of Coco to life. So that's actually one of my favorite spots on the ship.
Coco's also one of my favorites, but I can't think about it because I'll cry. Thank you so much, Claire. Where can we go for more information?
Definitely. So any questions you may have, I encourage everyone to go to DisneyCruise.com. You can get information on itinerary length and sailing dates, and then, of course, more incredible information about this beautiful ship behind me. So thank you so much for letting me share this with you all, and can't wait to see some of you all on board.
It was such a pleasure to have you. Thanks, Claire.
Thank you.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Disney Cruise Line.